Let's just dive right in. The whole idea of what a wedding day is supposed to be is, well, it's being completely reimagined. So many couples are now looking right past that big traditional playbook. They're searching for something more intimate, something more authentic and deeply personal, a day that actually reflects their journey together.
And that's the thing. This is all about creating a moment that's 100% yours. It's really a shift in focus, moving away from a performance and towards presence. It's less about a huge production and more about an intentional celebration that's purely centered on the connection between two people. Your wedding day really should be the ultimate expression of your story.
So what do we even call this new approach? You'll often hear the term microwedding, and it's all defined by its intimacy. But it's not just about a smaller guest list. It's about getting this incredible flexibility, a way more personal experience, and often a more cost-effective way to start your life together. It lets you invest in what actually matters to you. Okay, so once you've figured out the what, the next big question is the where. The setting really becomes the canvas for your story. And for an experience that's truly curated and honestly unrivaled, we are going to focus specifically on the island of Oahu. So why Oahu? What makes it just so perfect? Well, it's this unique combination of things. You've got these lush green landscapes that meet pristine, crystal clear beaches. The weather is consistently amazing, which, let's be honest, takes a huge variable out of planning. But the most crucial part? The flexibility this environment gives you. It can match pretty much any aesthetic or vision you can dream up. All right, let's get into the blueprint for how you actually make this happen. Planning an elopement doesn't have to be this overwhelming thing. When it's done right, it's not a list of tasks you just check off. It's the intentional crafting of a perfect, completely stress-free day. Okay, so if you're thinking about a curated package, what should you really look for? First off, clarity is everything. Transparent pricing is just non-negotiable. Second, does the venue really match your vision, your aesthetic? Third, you have to understand exactly what services are included. And finally, make sure there's room for personalization. Those small touches that make the day uniquely yours.
And what's the end result of all that careful planning? Well, this from Tammy says it all. We had the most perfect, stress-free wedding on the beach. Couldn't have asked for a more beautiful day. That phrase, stress-free, that's the real goal here, isn't it? It's the promise of a well-curated experience.
And Thomas Bragg really drives that same idea home. He says the process was so easy and painless. The entire wedding went without a hitch. That's what this is all about, letting an expert handle all the little details so you can just focus on the moment itself.
This brings us to probably the most crucial piece of the puzzle, the curator. Having an expert guide who lives and breathes Oahu is the absolute key to turning a beautiful vision into a seamless reality. This is the person who orchestrates everything from behind the scenes.
To really understand what this looks like in practice, let's talk about a real-world example. The expert guide whose name just keeps coming up with these unforgettable Oahu ceremonies is Reverend James Chun.
And what's so interesting is how consistently people describe their experience with him. You start to see these common themes pop up. For instance, Gabriel Carias points out his extreme professionalism, flexibility, and dedication. Those are the foundational traits you absolutely have to have in a guide. But it's clearly about so much more than just logistics. Kansu Tilbach adds his whole other layer, mentioning his warmth, professionalism, and calming presence. It's about the energy he brings to the day, creating just the right atmosphere for such a huge moment.
This whole idea of a patient guide is captured perfectly by Jasmine Rose. She says, "We immediately felt at ease when he arrived. He walked us patiently through everything." That really speaks to this ability to just remove all the anxiety and provide genuine, calming support.
And this final thought from Bridget Rice just ties it all together so perfectly. She describes the whole experience as seamless, professional, and filled with aloha spirit. That blend of expert execution and that authentic, local warmth, that right there is the signature of a truly curated Oahu elopement.
So, with all of that in mind, this final step isn't some kind of sales pitch. It's really an invitation to start crafting your very own bespoke journey.
The biggest takeaway here is that an intentional elopement in Oahu isn't just some far-off dream. It's an achievable, seamless reality. With an expert like Reb James Chun and his team at Hawaii Wedding Studio, the focus stays exactly where it should be, on your ceremony, expertly managed and completely stress-free. So if you're feeling ready to start shaping your own unique story, the very first step is to just visit the website. This is where you can begin your bespoke planning experience and really explore all the possibilities for your day.
And for a steady stream of visual inspiration, to see what these curated moments actually look like, you can follow @Oahu Minister on Instagram. It is a great way to see the beauty and just the sheer variety of Oahu ceremonies. I really hope this has been helpful for you. For more deep dives and inspiration just like this, please be sure to like this and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in.